Hello everyone and welcome back to the Last of First challenge here at Zandvoort. It is the Dutch GP this weekend, so we're going to be doing a Last of First as Badly Bodas, aka Duckman. If you know, you know. With that being said, we're doing it on realistic performance. What is this car park? They were like 5 wide. There's still four wide on the exit of turn 1. Jesus Christ. We're still 3 wide going into the third. It's chaos. I need to actually get my intro out of the way at the moment. Yeah, we're doing this on realistic car performance to make it a bit more difficult, to make it a bit more challenging. But with that being said, we're already up into P12 on the medium compound tyres, so it hasn't been a bad start, that's for sure. Like I say, Dutch GP this weekend is meant to be a bit of a washout in real life. Dry conditions though in the game so far. And I don't think that should change as we go on later into this 25% recreation of the GP. Seems like we're going to be struggling with straight line speed as Albon and Piastri are going at it. Can we go around the outside of La Stroll? Can we go around the outside of Albon at the same time? Not quite. That Williams is probably one of the fastest cars on a straight line as well, so it's going to be a bit difficult to try and get past them on the pit straight. But let's see what we can do. We've got a bit of a double slipstream here with Piastri and Albon. I don't want to waste all my battery, but I want to stay nice and close to them as they're going side by side into turn 1. Can we go for the switchback and get a bit better exit than one of them at least? No, we can't. They're still side by side. Can we go around the outside in the banking turn? We go around the outside of Albon. Can we get around the outside of Piastri? It's actually on the hard compound tyres. Yes, we can. Yabba dabba dee. And we are now 1.3 seconds away from Pierre Gasly. So we have to hook it up. Stay in 6th gear. Nice bit of lift through here. It never fails to amaze me how fast F1 cars are through this sequence of turns here at Zandvoort. Absolutely blows my mind. We've been able to take away a few tenths away from Gasly in the middle sector though, even while on a worse compounded tyre relative to Alpine up ahead. See what we can do. 9 tenths. DRS isn't activated this lap, so I'm not too worried about getting it yet. We've got 1 second to Piastri, who's on a bit of a questionable strategy with those hard compound tyres. We will be looking to go to the soft compound tyre later in the stint, but that's for lap 9 onwards. A bit late into the brakes for turn 1. We need to do better than that in future laps. Right, 1 second to Gasly. We need to close up and ensure we get that DRS zone. Obviously, their stock compound tyres will be deteriorating at a rapid rate. Speaking of rapid rates, look at Verstappen on the minimap. At least I presume that's Verstappen. He has cleared off. We didn't need to put in a mighty stint at the end of this race to catch him up. We will have the freshest soft compound tyres though, so I do think that should play into our hands. Whether it will be enough or not remains to be seen. Nice bit of exit here, right up behind Pierre Gasly. It doesn't seem like we can recharge the battery that well. I'm still low on the battery compared to what I used getting past Piastri and Albon. All over the back of this train of cars though. Let's see what we can do here. Jumping over this inside curve. The car was a bit oversteery on the exit. Yeah, I don't think it's too much worth using the battery to try and overtake Gasly on the straight just yet. I think it's better to try and make something magic happen in the corners. Looking for a bit of clean air, switching underneath, trying to get a bit of better exit. I reckon around the outside of the bank turn is a good opportunity this lap. And we're just going to send it in. Make it stick. Around the outside. Still side by side. Lovely. That might become our favourite overtaking spot for this race. Gasly's coming back at us a little bit. Nothing doing though. Right up behind. Lando Norris in fact now. Let's see what we can do. Got very close in the dirty air. A bit of snap oversteer. Yep, that is Perez up ahead, so it confirms Verstappen is leading his home GP. If he does win his home GP, I think he equals Vettel's all-time win record with 9, I believe it is. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Nico Rosberg is also tied for that record as well. Incredible stat. To go on and win 9 races in a row. even with dominant cars, that is phenomenal. For a driver, for a team not to make a mistake. Speaking of not making mistakes, hope we don't bottle this and overtake the Lando. And we don't. We get it slowed down, kinda, for the Apex. And we've got the two Mercedes up next, and the hard compound tyres. Interesting. I think that's the first time this race I've actually been able to use that Apex. As we're looking around the outside of George Russell, deploying a lot of battery. We're going to be around his outside for the high-speed right-hander. Bit of grass on my front left tyre, hang it in. Ah, get it around the outside, lovely. We're still side by side. We're sort of just going to turn it in and hope he backs out, and he does. Lovely. Right, I need to clean up my driving now. Clean up my tyres, get back to these Apexes. Lovely, that's what we're talking about. That's what we need to do. Open up the DRS. Tyres are looking quite nice on their wear percentage. Perez won't have the DRS up ahead. It's on the soft compound tyres as well. So let's see what we can do all over this inside curve. Just trying to avoid a bit of dirty air from Hamilton. Hamilton is clearly deploying quite a lot of battery out of this corner, so we're going to save our battery, check our engine temp. It's overheating a little bit, but we're right. Ferrari's battling up ahead. Trying to get nice speed out of this corner. We're going to try and go around the outside of Hamilton in the banking. See if we can make this work. Oh, just squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. Yes, we can. Lovely. Right, up into P5. Look at Verstappen go. He's flying along, isn't he? I really hope he has not got the soft tyres for later in the race. I really hope he's on the soft tyre right now so we can have an advantage later in the stint at least. Right, we need to get past Perez on this pit straight. Even if we take a bit of battery to do it. Ideally not though. Oh, pretty much as good of an exit as I'm going to get in that situation. Trying not to use battery. Look, we're barely gaining on him. The speed of Red Bull. As he goes defensive. Not enough though, mate. See you later. Oh, no, I missed the apex. There we go. Oh, he's done a bit of a lovely switchback. Couldn't get the exit though, but good effort. 10 out of 10. Right, now we're really starting to hunt down. That gap has got to be at least 5 seconds to Verstappen, if not more. Big understeer. These tyres are starting to fade away. Rear locking, not ideal. Right, we need to analyse what we're going to do here. Because our pit window opens next lap. Which suggests we probably could box on this lap. So we need to understand what is the best option here. Because we need to get out of this traffic. Right, we're going to deploy quite a bit of battery. Maybe we can get 2 and 1 on the straight. Yes, we can. Right, let's see what we can do. Deploying a lot of battery in the slipstream of Sainz. Sainz is going to leave the inside. Defended. We go down the inside. Purple sector 3 as well. And now we are in to P2. 5 seconds indeed it was to Verstappen. Let's see what we can do. Right now coming into pit lane. Let's see what we can do. Putting some soft tyres on. I think we just got it slowed down. Didn't give me a drive-through or penalty anyway, so I presume it did. Right, let's go. Hard tyres for Verstappen. Ooh. This gives me hope.
Joe's in the pits. That's Joe in the pits now.
Right. Right. 3.6 seconds across the start finish line. 3.7 realistically. Fastest lap to go with it. We're gaining on him, but not massively. Yeah, we're taking marginal time out of him, but it's definitely not enough right now. They're coming to the end of the middle sector here in Zandvoort. Final lap of the race. We was not able to catch Verstappen, sadly. We tried everything. We put on the fastest lap of the race. But we were just 4.7 seconds too short at the end of the day. Who do you think is going to win the Zandvoort GP? Personally, I'm going to have to say Max at this point, as we actually run out of fuel coming across the line, but it's still going to be P2. But yeah, it'll be amazing to see Max get the record with, I believe it's matching the 9-time winning record in a row. So I think it'll be fantastic. And yeah, it should be raining all F1 weekend. I'll be there. As this video goes up, I will actually be in Zandvoort, so I look forward to seeing the race unfold in person. And yeah, I've been Brendon Leigh. Hopefully you found this video fun, entertaining, and I'll catch you in the next video. Glad to ciao, ciao, bye bye.